Alright, we're gonna one-take this. We have to, because, no gel, no nothing, because sports! Too many sports! I'm being attacked! Holy smokes. Okay, Saturday afternoon, I go to the Marlies game. I watch them lose. Unfortunately, they lose Game 6 to the Albany Devils. That will be the lion's share of this video, by the way. Just wait a sec. They lose 4-1, so it's going to Game 7, which is tomorrow. Then I go to my buddy's place. I watch UFC 198. Jacare vs. Belfort was incredible. Cyborg's UFC debut, highly anticipated. And Miocic over Verdum, wasn't expecting that at all. And then I get up early, and I go to Pave the Way with Sasky Stewart and the Clarkson Cupcakes and the whole podcast crew, and we play ball hockey to raise money for women's hockey and girls hockey in the CWHL, and we win! Most of our games, we went to the final and we lost by 1 goal, and I'm really stinging about it, and then after that, I go home, I watch Game 7, Raptors Heat, and the Raptors kill them! Lowry, DeRozan, big business! He might be my new favorite Raptor. Him and Damari Carroll, I can't decide. But, you gotta go with big business. And then, that game is over for all of 4 minutes, and tragedy strikes Toronto. I find out that Jose Bautista got punched in the face. Oh my goodness, I hope he's okay. Ha! Whatever, I know they lost the game, but come on. Come on. Really, you're gonna do that to the guy just because you're mad about the bat flip? Anyway, it's a pretty decent time to be a Toronto sports fan. It's pretty decent. Even though there's no Leafs right now. But you can sort of watch the Leafs. And what's amazing about it is seeing avid Leaf fans only care sort of about the Marlies. Look, there are Leafs on the Marlies currently. I'm not talking about future Leafs. I mean, yes, literally, technically, future Leafs. But Zach Hyman's going to be on the Leafs. William Nylander's going to be on the Leafs. You know, just go through the list of players on that team. There might be like half a dozen guys that are going to be on the Leafs regularly next year. And hopefully you get a chance to see them tomorrow when they play Game 7 against the Albany Devils in round 2. And hopefully that's not your last opportunity to see them because they have home ice advantage throughout the playoffs. The problem is they have to make it to the throughout the playoffs part. Now look, they got picked apart pretty decently by Albany in Game 6, which was super concerning because Toronto rocked the 2 previous games. They won 5-1 the game before and 7-2 the game before that. They looked dominant. They took the series back. They go to Toronto and the wheels kind of fall off. And you know what happened? Exactly what I said was going to happen. Their power play fortunes changed a little bit. They were getting tons of calls. They were getting way more power plays than Albany was. And that's just kind of how it was working out. They come back to Toronto. There were a lot of missed calls. There were. But it kind of went both ways. And the power plays that the Marlies did get, and they did get power plays, they couldn't capitalize on them. So, you're left fending for yourself at 5-on-5, and Scott Wedgwood closed the door. The Devils closed the door. As we've been talking about, they just suck the life out of teams. There was one sick goal, though. Stuart Percy goes into Wayne Gretzky's office. He fires it in front for Kasperi Kapanen. He buries it, and it blows the roof off Ricoh Coliseum, and we get really excited, and that's kind of where it ends. So, here's what we know. Andrew Campbell, done for the series. Stuart Percy, after getting clocked in overtime, he's been back in the series. I obviously just said he assisted on the only goal there. Soshnikov missed this game with injury. I asked Sheldon Keefe, and he said, no, he's injured. So, I don't know what the deal is with him. It's clearly been an on and off thing, unless he just keeps getting hurt with different injuries. I think it's more likely he's been battling something. But in those 2 games where the Marlies dominated, Soshnikov was doing pretty well. He was getting open looks, he was taking fantastic shots, and he's got a fantastic shot, and he was scoring with it. It'll be huge if the Marlies can get him back for Game 7. They got to find a way to activate Connor Carrick more. They got to find a way to get TJ Brennan firing more because the Devils shut them down a little bit in Game 6. They weren't really getting shots off, not good shots. I can't even remember how many shots they had. This is why one-takers are so hard. If you're a Leaf fan, if you're a Toronto sports fan, you enjoyed the mayhem of the Blue Jays playoff run. You are currently enjoying the Raptors going to round 3. And I know everyone's talking about, the Cavaliers are going to kill them. Don't look at it like that, man. They got a chance. Right now it's a 50-50 chance because no one's played a game. I know, I hear you laughing, but enjoy that. Right now, there's an affordable ticket in town. Toronto Marlies. Game 7. If they do advance to round 3, or if by some miracle there's tickets still available for Game 7, go to marlies.ca. You can order your tickets there and use Steve Dangle as a promo code. It'll save you money. STEVEDANGLE. Why did I say that? You're watching this video. Clearly you know how to spell the name. Anyway, I don't know. What do the Marlies have to do? What do they got to do? I think they got to do some of the things that I mentioned. Zach Hyman's got to be a big part of the lineup. William Nylander sort of got called out by Sheldon Keefe after the game. He wants to see him more dominant. He wants to see him more responsible away from the puck and more dominant with the puck. William Nylander, the organization, I think, is going to be watching his Game 7 very closely. I mean, they're going to be watching the whole team, of course. And the other question is, Garrett Sparks hasn't played since Game 1. You couldn't possibly go to him for Game 7. So they've made their bed with Bebo. He's not the reason that they're going to Game 7 for sure, but he has to be stellar now that they're there. Will it be a disappointment if they get knocked out? We'll cross that bridge if we get there. We might not. So that's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really like to. Tell all your friends. I'm going to bed. Look at me. I look like crap. I always look like crap.